Are you looking for a remedy that can bring a sense of calm with no side effects? Awesome, you're in the right place. On tonight's 7th episode of Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show, we're going to be exploring the 3 top essential oils for relaxation. Welcome and thanks for joining us, and why don't you type in the comments where you're joining from. We always like to see where our viewers are viewing from. And I'm Michele Wildflower, holistic health practitioner, clinical cannabinoid clinician, essential oil coach, and the alchemist for Nature's Mysteries Apothecary. We're celebrating over 20 years in business and have received so many live video testimonials that we started a YouTube channel so folks really enjoy the relief that they find from our products. And all of our topical products actually contain essential oils. We've been working with these plant allies for the last, like I said, over 20 years, and we've had amazing results with them, and we wanted to share some of the results that we found with you. Does that sound good? Type yes in the comments. I'm going to be asking you to engage with me tonight, because when you keep your energy up and you're engaging, it just kind of helps you to retain this information. And if you're watching it, then it's probably some information that you were hoping that you could use for another time. This month of May is all about moms and making their life easier. So these essential oils, we had moms in mind, but they are also safe for children as well. So if you want to diffuse them in a room where there were children, it wouldn't be like you needed to worry about it, as well as pets. They're safe. So the essential oils that we're going to be profiling this evening will help ease anxiety, depression. They can help shift your mood and sedate your nervous system, which can help you move out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest, where your body can actually do some healing and your blood goes to your internal organs, your energy goes from your extremities, your heart rate lowers, and it helps to bring you into a state of calm. Essential oils have actually been used for over 5,000 years and without side effects, and they're completely safe. There's many physicians in other countries that use specifically them as opposed to other medications. And essential oils actually can trigger neurotransmitters in our brain to secrete certain hormones specific to the essential oil's properties. And that's why they work so well, because it's actually producing a chemical reaction within our brains. And they can either be used by inhaling with a diffuser, just putting a few drops in some water, or you could have a bowl of some warm water that you put a couple drops in, maybe like 5 drops of the essential oil, and then just breathe over the bowl, or you could put it in a cloth and breathe it like that. As long as the aroma goes into your nose, it will go up through and get to your limbic system, where it triggers an emotional response. So every experience that we have basically has an emotion. Every emotion that we have basically has a feeling attached to it. And it's our limbic system that actually picks up that sensory stimuli, registering whether it's pleasure, whether it's anger, whether it's pain, whether it's joy. And then it directs our emotional response, such as our feelings, which could be of fear, anger, joy, attraction, whatever that might be. So by using essential oils, it's an easy way to shift those neurotransmitters in our brains to ease our mood, lighten the way that we're feeling, bring a sense of calm, which can improve our relationships, improve our communication if we're feeling better. And we can add them to carrier oils such as jojoba, safflower oil, almond oil. One of the ones that we're going to talk about doesn't need to be diluted, but most essential oils are best used in a carrier oil, diluted just a little bit, as opposed to applied directly to the skin. And then for diffusing, we talked about that, how you could just put a couple drops into a diffuser. And scents are basically a direct pathway to our memory and our emotion. So by using them, like I said, we can help improve our emotional health. So how does all that sound? Are you with me? Type yes in the comments and let's get started. So the first one we're going to go over is jasmine oil. How many of you actually use essential oils now? You can type in the comments what your favorite essential oil is. So jasmine essential oil is derived from the jasmine flower, and it's a natural remedy for improving mood, overcoming stress. It also helps to balance hormones. So, and it just smells so good, right? It's one of my favorites that I like. I make my own private blends for myself, and jasmine is one of my top scents that I like to use in my formulations that are specific just for me. It's been used for hundreds of years in parts of Asia. It's a natural remedy for depression, anxiety, any kind of emotional stress. It increases low libido. It helps with insomnia. And research actually suggests that jasmine oil works by positively influencing our nervous system. So it goes right to work on our nervous system. And easing that and calming our nervous system is the way that we are able to feel that sense of relaxation that we're looking for. Whereas sometimes you might be in a situation where everything should be relaxed. You have a relaxing situation, you have no disruptions, no distractions, but for some reason you're not feeling relaxed because you're still in that fight or flight mode. Essential oils are an easy way to help shift that mood and bring you out of whatever emotions that you're experiencing that you don't want to experience and that you would like to balance or shift. You can use these essential oils to do that. So by aromatherapy or penetrating the oils through the skin, it can actually, the oils from the jasmine flower actually influence a number of biological factors, including heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, stress response, and breathing. So it helps to regulate our breathing as well. And what an easy, gentle, aromatic, delicious way to do it, right? It also helps us deal with stress. It reduces anxiety. It helps to fight depression. And like I said, it helps with insomnia, so it helps us fall asleep. It's one of the only oils that really, it doesn't need to be diluted in a carrier oil. The other ones that we're going to be speaking of actually do need to be diluted in a carrier oil, but jasmine doesn't. It can be applied directly to the skin, and it works great that way. So, and you can diffuse it just by putting a couple of drops in a diffuser. Jasmine is so aromatic that you probably only need about 2 to 3 drops of it. And it can be a little expensive because it takes so many of those little jasmine flowers to produce any of the oil. But because you only need such a little bit, it can definitely last you a long time. And there's other options that you could use called absolutes, jasmine absolutes. That was easy for me to say. And they're a little bit less expensive, but the only problem with that is that you're going to find that they are made with hexane, which is not really pure, so that's something that you would not want to choose in your skincare routine. But jasmines could be used in any number of ways, such as diffused or in massage oils. You could use it in a body scrub or use it in the bath. It has so many versatile uses for inducing that state of relaxation. You could spray some on your pillow. And many studies have found improvements for mood and sleep as an aromatherapy or topical product. A study actually published in Natural Product Communications found that jasmine oil used on the skin over an 8-week period helped participants feel a definite improvement in their mood and decrease in both physical and emotional signs of low energy. So it's such a gentle, beautiful, wonderful smelling medicine. I like to think of essential oils as kind of like Mother Nature's little prescription bottle. And first of all, they're so much prettier, and she's got so many different healing compounds in each plant that can affect any number of systems in our body and bring on a state of well-being and wellness that, why wouldn't you use them, right? Okay, so if you're feeling like you're always tired and you need to increase your alertness, jasmine also exhibits a calming effect that can act as a natural sedative and helps you feel better. It's funny that it can make you feel an increased alertness, but then also induce a state of sleep. So that's the beauty of plants, is that they work on our bodies in whatever way we need them to. They can bring balance back. And a study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that jasmine tea odor has sedative effects on both the autonomic nerve activity and mood state. So they've done actually a lot of research on this plant and found that it has many benefits. Inhaling jasmine with lavender can also reduce your heart rate and bring on feelings of calm and relaxation, which are all important for dozing off and avoiding a restless night's sleep. So how's any of this sounding? Is it sounding like it's making sense to you? Is jasmine a oil that you've worked with before? Maybe you have it growing in your garden. Like we mentioned, how to diffuse it is just a couple drops. You could also use it as perfume and just add a couple drops on your wrist. And like we said, we don't need to diffuse that. So that's another way that we could use it as a perfume. It's inexpensive compared to some other perfumes, and the aroma with its flowery scent is just so similar to many women's perfumes. And like we said, a little goes a long way, so you don't need to use much. And you can actually use carrier oil if the aroma is too strong for you, or blend it with citrus, essential oils, or lavender or chamomile if you're trying to actually make an even more calming blend. So the next one we're going to talk about is frankincense. And has anyone used frankincense before? I use it in a number of our products at Nature's Mysteries Apothecary, and I just love all of the properties that it holds. Frankincense actually has little tiny molecules called sesquiterpenes. They're little teeny tiny molecules, and they can actually pass through the blood-brain barrier and go to work directly on our brain, which is the master controller of producing hormones and reducing stress levels and reducing pain and all of those. So frankincense is an excellent choice if we are trying to do any kind of mood enhancing. It helps to induce a state of relaxation. It's been used throughout time. It's mentioned in the Bible over 100 times. And it's been used to help induce a meditative state as well as help with relaxation. So when inhaled, it's also been shown to reduce heart rate and high blood pressure. It has anti-anxiety and anti-depression abilities without the negative side effects that most anti-anxiety medications have. So that's the beauty of herbal medicine, is that you don't have to worry about any of those negative side effects. If you feel like you need more, you can increase the dose. If you feel like you need a little less, you can use a little less, but you don't need to worry about, enduring any of those debilitating side effects that we don't want to endure, and we don't want our families to have to endure either. Actually, a 2019 study found that the compounds in frankincense, incensol, and incensol acetate have the ability to activate ion channels in our brain to alleviate anxiety and depression. And in a study involving mice, boswellia, which is that's the tree that it comes from, and that's actually what it's called, boswellia, is the resin, has been used as incense, excuse me, and has antidepressive effects as well. It also makes a great natural sleep aid. It includes lowering levels of anxiety and chronic stress that can keep you up at night. And all you have to do is just smell it. That's the beauty of it. It has a calming and grounding scent that can naturally help you fall asleep. And it's believed that the oil transmit messages, like we said, to the limbic system of the brain, which is known to influence the nervous system. It helps induce feelings of peace and relaxation and satisfaction. So that's one that is definitely a great choice if you were looking to shift your mood or bring a sense of calm or induce that state of relaxation. If you were looking to meditate and you wanted an oil that you could diffuse that would help to bring you into that meditative state, frankincense is an excellent choice for that as well. Okay, and type yes in the comments if frankincense is one that you've used before. And let us know what you use it for. What do you use frankincense for? I use it in so many of our products, from anti-aging to sleep to analgesic, pain reduction. Okay, and the last one, of course it's not the last one, but one of my top 3 that I really like to use is chamomile. It's so gentle. How many of you have used chamomile before? We're talking about the essential oil, but chamomile is great as a tea as well if you're looking to induce that state of relaxation. So chamomile, there's actually 2 different kinds of chamomile. There's Roman chamomile or German chamomile. I wrote all about that in my book, Discover the Essence of Plant Medicine, the 5 Principles of Life-Saving Herbs. We go over the properties of chamomile and frankincense, actually, the biochemical constituents, what properties they have, what conditions you can use them for, and just some other interesting facts. And chamomile is an effective alternative medicine with almost no known negative side effects. It's been used for nearly 5,000 years in standardized tea, herbal extracts, cosmetic forms. It helps to promote tranquility, and the Egyptians actually worshipped the plant and dedicated festivals to it and its healing properties. So people have been using chamomile for a long time and know all about its beneficial compounds in there. It helps relieve anxiety and depression. It benefits our health by soothing our body, easing anxiety, and inducing that sense of relaxation that is what we're trying to achieve in this show, is directing you towards the essential oils that can help bring that state of relaxation no matter what state you're in or what mood. These can shift neurotransmitters in your brain, work with your limbic system to bring a sense of calm, and actually work on your nervous system directly to sedate it and help you feel better. So research also shows that drinking chamomile tea can improve sleep quality. So they've done a lot of research on this plant too, as well as fatigue and alleviate depression. Whether it's in a tea, essential oil form, capsule, or tincture, it's one of the best herbs for fighting stress and promoting relaxation. So it's one of our top choices. That's why it's in the top 3. And according to research from the Alternative Therapies in Health and Medicine and Pharmacognosy Review. It's a mild sedative to calm nerves and reduce anxiety because its vapors travel directly to the olfactory part of the brain, turning off tension and reducing the body's stress response. And remember, that's when we were talking about sometimes you might be in all of the situation, everything's perfect for you to feel relaxed, but for some reason you don't. So this is one of the essential oils that you can use that will help shift your brain and get you into that relaxed state. And that's why so many practitioners use it as a massage oil to help relieve symptoms of chronic anxiety and stress, as well as hysteria, nightmares, and insomnia. And fragrances like chamomile and jasmine and frankincense have all been known to affect personality and behavior, so they're excellent choices if we're someone who feels like maybe we need to use some medication. We could try some plant medicine first and see how that works for us. The pharmaceuticals will always be there if we need them, but if we're able to relieve those conditions with plants and not have any brain bleeding, suicidal thoughts, or any of those other detrimental side effects that are found from pharmaceutical medications, our body's just that much better off because it is a natural compound that we're using and not a synthetic one, which is hard for our body to synthesize. And research proves that using oil fragrances is one of the fastest ways to achieve psychological results. And we've actually found that we have a roll-on that has frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, chamomile, ylang ylang, rose, lavender, and mint. And I'm not sure if you can see the gemstone chips in there, but it actually has gemstone chips in it too, as well as that essential oil blend. And if you were feeling any kind of anxiety or depression, or like you just needed some relaxation, you could apply it to your temples and your wrists as needed. And it also has CBD in it, which has been known to have a calming effect and actually brings your body back into a state of homeostasis because of our endocannabinoid system and our CB1 and CB2 receptors. And it's available in varying strengths of CBD. There's either 50 milligrams, 75 milligrams, or 100 milligrams available, and you can choose your potency based on the severity of what it is you're trying to treat. If it's not too bad, you could probably go with the lower strength. If it seems like it gets intense at times, then you might want to go with the mid strength. And if it gets extreme, then you'd probably want to go with the extra strength. It also works really well for migraines. It's a specific blend with the gemstone chips that helps to relieve that. You could just put it across your eyebrow bones, your temples, the base of your neck, and it works great. We've gotten so many testimonials for it helping folks with migraines. So that's an option, as well as anxiety and depression and any kind of general overall sadness or just discomfort. It works really well, and it's a triple formulation that works well for pain, insomnia, or anxiety. So you could carry it with you. It's handy travel size and apply it as needed. And I think that's about it. Just to wrap it up, the 3 essential oils that we went over that are the top ones for relaxation are jasmine, frankincense, and chamomile. And if you're looking for a blend that has 2 of them in it, we have our Alleviation Roll-On Gem Essence, and that has frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, chamomile, ylang ylang, rose, lavender, and mint. And if anyone would like to order that on our website at naturesmysteries.com, you can actually use code REFPRO, all capitals, and that will be a $5 discount for you because you're one of Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show's viewers. So we like to extend a discount for our viewers. So If anyone has any questions, you can always type them in the comments and we will try to answer as many of them as possible. And we'll hope to see you next week on Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Discover the essence of plant medicine.